Hey everybody, it's Terry. A quick chat about Stepping Stones on the Soul's Journey. As you probably have seen that we just celebrated 3 months in production. 3 months it's been out in the world. And a lot of things have been come up as I talk to people, and questions have come up. So I wanted to share some of that with you and answer some of the questions you may have. So, whether you've read the book or not, there may be some curiosities about what Stepping Stones is. And the quick answer is everything in life is a stepping stone. So, a lot of times the term is used like this is a stepping stone to something greater, and it's only used in the positive context of like leading you to something wonderful and great in the job market or wherever. And I wanted to clarify that too. Everything in life is a stepping stone. So in that, I mean that um, that when you're going along in your life, and if you look back 10, 20 years back, and you see, oh look, that was a bad situation, or even seeing great situations and wondering how that fell in your lap. I've learned as I've been tracking my life and through the writing of the book that everything, even the things I didn't outwardly notice, but some of the things that kind of blended in the background, everything is just a little step toward something. Like there's this big matrix that's been written out. Well, truth is, life isn't always that way. It's not destiny. It's not everything's toward a message, but a lot of things are part of a destined act. So little things that come up, steps along the way, like you may meet somebody at a grocery store, or you meet somebody at a party and you talk to them. You may not see that person again, or they may be a step to somewhere to go. So it may be a chance happening. And this has come up. I've been talking about this for years. You meet somebody and you go back and look 20 years ago when you met that person, and you realize that that person led you, eventually the steps after that led you to something great or something in your life that was an opportunity. And also it can happen that you made a poor decision, or what you would call a poor decision, and it turned out to be a lesson, and it led you to something also greater in your life by having experienced that. And even if it's like a relationship and you say, why was I stuck with that person, or why did I make that poor choice, when you look back, and it's usually not till after you look back, you might see something to gain from that. It's We're in this big school of life, and everything kind of sets in those ways. So that's part of it. The other things are there's those invisible steps that we don't even see that lead us to something, and we may not notice those till we're 80, 90 years old, and then go back and say, oh shit, how did this happen? Isn't this amazing? And movies are made about this too as well. And a lot of people think it's significant. Somebody has a significant life, like Pink has gotten a certain way because she got this lucky break getting into a studio or whatever. Or yeah, celebrities. But we see celebrities' lives that way. We don't see our lives that way or as much, because what we've done after that is not phenomenal. So in the course of writing this book, and 10 years ago when I was thinking about writing this book, I kept thinking, oh, someday it's going to lead me something, and I joke, someday when I get a bestseller or whatever happens. And I knew I was going to write a book, and I didn't know all the doors it would open up. Just the knowledge that I've gained just in the 3 months that I've had the book out, the people I've met. And when I talk about it, the people who have also had experiences like that they want to share. So, with all that said, there's a lot to be said and there's a lot to be gained, and I could do this in 3 hours of talking, but I decided to set up a call for people who have bought my book, people who have bought Stepping Stones on the Soul's Journey, who want to talk about it, who either haven't dove into reading it or who have finished it and it's triggered a lot of nudges and winks in their life, or opened some insights to where we're going. So we'll be doing that call. Mark your calendar. We're doing that call on August 20th, and I will include details about that. Keep watching for it. And if you are interested, then there'll be a place to comment below on this thread where you can let me know that you're interested. And get your copy if you haven't already and start reading, and you can also look through it. The book can be read in bits and pieces because each story is self-contained, but the impact is when you look through the life, as I did after I put the book together and saw all these things that happened. Now, mind you, there's a lot of stuff I left out just because there wasn't room for all of these things. And I'll talk about that too later. But that all these things in our lives lead us to something. And when we look back, there's a lot of wake-up calls, I won't say wake-up calls, a lot of awakening. A lot of things come up, and we know each time you take a step in faith and accept that it might lead you somewhere, or accept that you've made the right choice in that point, even though it doesn't look like it now, it creates a beautiful network when you look back and you weave back all of that. So I'm going to, in the call, give you some tips on how to do this, how to write down, and you don't have to write your whole book to do this. You can write just notes on little things that have happened in your life, like an outline, and go back and see where it takes you. So I look forward to meeting all of you, and again, keep watching. I will have more details really soon. Take care. Talk to you soon. Bye.